Hello, my name is David Salinas. I'm the owner and founder of the Puppy Stores here in Southern California. We have a total of 4 stores. The reason for this video today is to talk about AB 485. It's an assembly bill introduced by Mr. O'Donnell, and while we appreciate his care and love for the animals, we feel that this bill is completely misguided. I could tell you a little bit about our companies and how we run our operations, and just give you the whole history of just the issues that we've had with the opposition of the animal rights extremists. Now, most people are against PETA, and most people understand that there's a lot of propaganda and half-truths, but unfortunately it's the minority groups that are very political but don't represent the majority. Well, I'm here to represent the pet store owners as well as the majority of people. Throughout the years, we've sold thousands of puppies to happy customers and their families and the referrals. So when they come in, they enjoy our services. We are the absolute most professional company you can find out there in regards to pet stores. We understand the negative stigma of puppy mills and saying that puppies come from bad substandard breeders, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. Again, we're very transparent. We have all the information. So after 3 stores being banned, we realized that we have to do something, and we have to do something different. These stores are being banned by folks that have a different mindset. It's important to realize that not every mayor, not every city council, and the majority of people have no problems with pet stores and with professional commercial breeders. We work with professional commercial breeders that are regulated. And so please keep this in mind as you entertain AB 485 and take a look at the whole picture. I'm available to talk to. I will leave you my phone number, I'll email it to you, and please call me and get the whole picture. Oftentimes the opposition, the animal rights extremists, will stroke a broad brush over every breeder saying that they are puppy mill if they sell to pet stores. However, if you're an individual person that breeds puppies in your backyard and you sell them to a pet store, you're also deemed as a puppy mill. So that's very hypocritical. There's a lot of half-truths, there's a lot of propaganda. We're here to be transparent and to give you the truth and nothing but the truth. So again, lawmakers, I would encourage you to vote no or to kill the bill altogether until you get all the information possible. To my fellow pet store owners, also, I would encourage you to get in contact with our lawmakers and let them know how you run your business. I will show you in just a moment our facility. I will show you how we run our operations. Everything from meeting our veterinarian that's on site to our vet techs and vet assistants that work with us in the care of puppies, and through our process of how we select our breeders to ensure that they are good breeders and not from substandard puppy mills. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you real soon.
Hi, I'm Mary Ann Edwards, Mayor of Temecula, California, and I'm here at Hello Puppies on their grand opening. And I'd just like to say, as a member of the local animal shelter board, that we support well-run, ethical, professional pet stores who monitor their breeders and use professional, reputable breeders to supply their animals. We also support the adoption of animals locally. So, it's a wonderful industry, and we realize that there are abuses in this industry. But for places like Hello Puppies, it's really easy to verify who their breeders are and the way that their animals are treated. And I have toured this facility, and I can tell you this is a well-run facility, and we are happy to provide support for this facility, and we're happy to have them in our community. So, congratulations, Hello Puppies.
Yeah, hello. I'm Ron Morrison, the Mayor of National City, and here in National City we have National City Puppy, which has been a fantastic community sponsor here within National City. I've been in the store many times myself, found the puppies to be extremely well treated. I don't consider them puppies. They're more like princes and princesses the way they're treated. Their facilities, everything there, they are pampered beyond belief. we would be the first ones, if anyone was mistreating animals, as a city, we'd be the first ones to step in and say, this has to stop. We are never going to allow the mistreatment of animals. We certainly haven't seen that in National City Puppy. As a matter of fact, they have been very accommodating, showing us everything, showing us the background of these dogs, showing us what the pictures of parents, pictures of the places they come from, have been very open, and we've had just multitudes of satisfied customers coming out of there. They're a great business in National City, and we appreciate having them.
Wanted to ask you what you really thought of pet stores.
Yeah, well, pet stores, can run the entire gamut. It's like anything else.
Right.
You can have a grocery store, and you can have some lousy grocery stores, you can have phenomenal grocery stores.
Right.
And so it's very dependent. And as I say, I've been in National City Puppy, been entirely impressed with the operation that you have there, both inside and out. You go in the back room, you take a look at how the animals are being treated. It's,
right.
It's phenomenal. And as I say, I know that young puppies are very fragile things, everything else,
right.
and you guys pamper them like crazy. And
we do.
And so it's great to see that. There's a lot of individuals that come to us and they want government to regulate everything,
right.
and you can only go so far in regulation,
right.
and that's where it starts making sense. And everyone's got their own kind of private whims. There's people that are all caught up in the sensitivity of flowers and vegetables. Does that mean that we outlaw florists?
Right.
And it's you got to take a look and make sure that in this case that animals are humanely treated, and that that they are being given good homes, that they are given the opportunities to have a thriving life and everything else. And when I say a National City Puppy, you're certainly doing that.
Right.
And you've been a great business here within National City, and there's absolutely, in my mind, no reason to go banning these type of businesses,
Right.
other than just people on their whims and on just playing politics.
Yeah, that's really what it is they're playing politics.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for those kind words, we really appreciate that. The animal rights extremists, the PETA type people, they're the movers and the shakers. They're the ones that kind of drive the agenda. And I see as a political leader, you're able to kind of see past that. You see how our business works and where our puppies are coming from. Because the truth of the matter is, that's the core issue, is where the puppies come from. There could be a pet store that takes care of their puppies just like we do at the best possible way. But where do the puppies come from?
Right.
Now, you've seen pictures of our breeders,
right.
You've seen all the reports that we have, and you realize that, yeah, there can be puppy mills out there, but you know that, we've shown you federally licensed breeders with the
right.
reports and everything, and you see that, they may have had, that scarlet letter several years ago, but then have since improved, right? And then now are platinum breeders. In our experience, we've been doing this for about 10 years, and I'll tell you firsthand that the professional commercial breeders are really the best place to get your puppy, because those are the healthiest puppies.
Right.
And as you know, we also offer that 10-year guarantee and everything else. So what do you think? Is it fair for an animal rights person to give a broad brush and say that all breeders that sell to pet stores are puppy mills? I know they'd said that if they come from the Midwest, they're definitely a puppy mill. But you shared an email with me about Alpine, right?
Right.
Somebody complained about it.
Yeah, I got an email from one of these individuals, and they were complaining because now someone is getting getting puppies from Alpine, and so we got to stop that. Well, wait a minute. You want to stop the ones from the Midwest, now you want to stop the ones coming from our own backyard.
Right.
Where's the argument? Where's the consistency? And
Right.
it's not there. Personally, all my dogs I've gotten from the pound.
That's great.
And there's nothing wrong with that, and the dog I have right now is a pound puppy. But do you become anti-choice where you don't give people a choice?
Right.
And that's the whole thing. Being able to be pro-choice, to allow people to have choices and to be able to make up their own decisions in their own mind, as long as it's within a healthy environment.
Right.
That's the whole thing. And and it's just in any profession, you can see things where people do it the wrong way and people do it the right way. That don't mean that you go to the extreme and just say we're going to throw everybody out because of that.
Yeah, we've seen, if there's a bad lawyer, you're going to get rid of all the lawyers.
Well, some people might say we want to do that, but that's a different story.
All right, well, how about doctors? There's
Yeah,
a bad doctor, we're going to get rid of all doctors. So yeah, so I see that you can see through that, and we appreciate that.
And I've seen, you know, kind of the horror story pictures
Sure.
that are out there, but then I've also seen pictures that you know, that are these very modern breeding
facilities.
breeders.
Yeah, sure,
They have
absolutely.
great facilities, a lot of room for the animals, everything else.
Right.
They have restrictions on how many litters and everything else, and all these different, and what happens to the dog after that point. And they've got all these rules and regulations. So should you go ahead and look at this horror picture that someone shows and say, well, okay, well, that's going to apply to this person here also.
Right.
That doesn't make good sense.
Right, it doesn't make sense. So that's why I would say, you know, AB 485, which is a spot bill up in the assembly right now, aims to eliminate every single pet store using that broad brush.
Right.
And they say by eliminating pet stores and having to go to what they call a humane model, where you have to adopt out puppies from your pet store, which in our store in National City is only about 1,500 square feet. It's just a small little store.
Right.
You know, we couldn't house full-grown animals. You know, so what do you think about AB 485? Do you think that the government should overregulate and tell pet stores that, sorry, you get out of business just to get to those bad breeders that are actually puppy mills?
Well, you know, and that's one of our problems I think that we have going on right now, is that we have so many issues that are major issues that affect all of California, all of our families. And instead of addressing those issues, we keep going after these, what I call more frivolous bills. And and we get someone who comes and has a complaint, and all of a sudden we make these across the board decisions, and one size fits all decisions. And to me, it's really hurting our state. It really is.
Yeah, I would say so.
And certainly, I think this is just another situation on that, where you're painting everyone with a broad brush when it shouldn't be.
Right, and it shouldn't be, right. Okay, well, Mayor, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for addressing your point of view. Again, we're very thankful for your leadership here in National City.
Well,
and we're happy to be part of the community.
Well, I want to thank you for choosing National City to have your business here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Well, welcome back. Again, my name is David Salinas. I'm the owner of the pet stores here in San Diego and Inland Empire. And I'm here with our doctor, Dr. Guzman. Dr. Guzman, you've been with us for how many years now?
Oh, around 2 years
Okay, so
now.
2 years. So Dr. Guzman is our regular doctor that comes and checks our puppies every week. So every week when we receive new puppies, he comes in and he does a variety of checks on our puppies to ensure that they're healthy. Now, the reason we're here today with Dr. Guzman is basically so you can hear it directly from our doctor, who's worked with us several years, on the condition of our puppies. Oftentimes you hear animal rights extremists say that those puppies arrived dead on the truck, which couldn't be farther from the truth. They also say that the puppies arrive in big semi-trucks. In the past, that may have been the truth, but the half-truth is, and the propaganda lie is, that that's the way puppies are transported now. That's farther from the truth. Couldn't be farther from the truth. They're actually transported in an air ride type system in a smaller commercial van that is temperature controlled, that has ventilation, that has a feeding system, and the lights are always on so the puppies are safe, comfortable, all throughout the travel getting to our pet store. Now again, Dr. Guzman, the animal rights people say that the puppies arrive dead. Have you ever seen anything like that?
I have never seen a dead puppy when they arrive.
Okay.
I have seen they come in perfect condition. Yes, they come with a little stress because we are talking about small animals.
Right.
Well, the same thing, they are only 8 weeks, 10 weeks. So the stress is always there when they travel. It's the same as any kid, that if you travel, you're going to have a little stress.
Yeah, it's a little stressful. Yeah, we understand that the puppies are 8 to 10 weeks old. The stress of travel, their immune system is not fully developed. They're just like an infant baby. And so, the stress of the travel, the stress of being in a pet store and being handled and touched all day long. And then when they go to a home, there's a child at home probably carrying the puppy like this all throughout the house. So we always encourage our customers to be gentle, to not go to the park, not go to the beach, to bring the puppy home to a safe environment. Now, oftentimes, because of that stress, it actually suppresses the immune system, and it's already a weak immune system. So it's very common to have a puppy cold or something like that, but something very treatable, nothing very major. Is that what
Yeah,
you would say?
we can see it many times. Yes, many times we have a little nose secretion that either discharge from the nose. but not really any disease that we can say that we cannot handle. They come in pretty good condition, and because I think the breeders are improving the system, and they're traveling, as you say, that this is now in the small buses that they are controlled and everything. I think that that will reduce the stress of the animals and improve the immune system.
Right. And also you have to consider that puppies at 8 weeks old or even at 6 weeks old, they're being put through a deworming treatment as well as their first vaccines. And similar to like a flu shot, sometimes that can make you feel a little ill.
Yes.
Right? And so that happens with our puppies too. So we understand all that. You know, in our facility and per state law, we have to have a separate room to quarantine puppies that have a little bit of a cold. Now, a lot of people don't realize that pet stores are a lot like daycare centers. So if you got a snotty little kid, you got to separate him so he doesn't get everybody else sick. Our facility is pretty high tech and very well ventilated to avoid cross-contamination. Doctor, you know, I appreciate your testimony here, and you've seen thousands of dogs, you know, puppies come to our facility, and you know, you've heard it directly from our veterinarian that our puppies do not arrive dead on arrival, and that they are really healthy. So thanks again, Dr. Guzman, for coming on our show.
You're right.
My name is Katrina. I am the kennel manager here at the puppy store. My main job is to maintain the health and safety of the puppies. We make sure they come in, we make sure they have baths, we socialize, we have close relationship with our veterinarian, so we're in constant contact, asking any questions, just to make sure that we are always on top of their health. Our kennel systems is one of the most high-tech kennel systems in the market. We have a state-of-the-art ventilation system that pulls air in, up, and out, just to make sure that the puppies are in a germ-free room, just like any hospital would. We do daily inspections just to make sure that the puppies are safe every single day.
We're here in San Marcos, California, at the site of one of our last stores that was banned to an unfortunate and unfair ordinance banning the sale of puppies, kittens, and rabbits. This store used to be called our mini toy puppy store, and this place had an interesting concept where we had open, large tanks of cute little puppies running around on paper shavings. It was the hit of the community. We'd have repeat customers just to come and play with the puppies, and we encouraged that. You know, it was an awesome feeling to provide kind of a petting zoo type of service to our community. And of course, if you fell in love with the puppy, you know, you can take him home with you. How is this beneficial to the community? It's been almost 6, 7, 8 months now, and the store has been closed. As you can see, it's still empty. It's still empty. There's a broken window on the other side, and it's in one of the busiest intersections of San Marcos, California. Now, the local city government here did not give us an opportunity, did not email, did not call. After several attempts of trying to reach them, I finally was able to make an appointment with the city manager in the lobby of City Hall. How unfair has that been? You see, a lot of these ordinances are passed in cities that have just already made up their mind. They have listened to one side and chose to listen to that side and not listen to the other side. Everyone knows there's always two sides to every story. And in an industry where we're very transparent, the fact of the matter is that it was just the information wanted to be ignored, they didn't want to deal with it, and they banned this store. Similar situation in all the other cities that we were banned. Now, I will say that the minority group of people, the activists, are again not the majority. The community loves pet stores. We provide a great service from legitimate breeders that are licensed and regulated. The fact that you're taking that away leaves an unregulated market. So people in San Marcos, where are they going to go buy their puppy? They're going to go online, and they're going to try to buy a puppy online, sight unseen. Hopefully the puppy is healthy. Hopefully they're not scammed. But I could tell you from personal experience of doing this for years, we hear it almost every day where somebody is scammed online. People want to come to a pet store, get a quality baby puppy that they can't find at the shelter. I've said it once and I'll say it again, we're all for adoption, but we are for choice. People deserve the choice to purchase a puppy at a quality, well-run professional pet store like ours. Unfortunately, in San Marcos, they didn't want to hear us out. They made their decision, and this is what's left. An old, beat-up, abandoned store corner that is detrimental to our economy. We provided 15 jobs out of this location. We provided sales tax revenue. We worked real hard at what we did. It provided a great quality service with a great quality guarantee on our puppies. And now that's been taken away. So I just wanted to stand here so that you guys can see firsthand what the unintended consequences are. This is one unintended consequence, an abandoned building that's an eyesore to the city. The other unintended consequences is the fact that consumers now have to take a bigger risk and try to find a puppy online. Well, this is where we started, our first store, San Diego Puppy. As you can see, it's a pretty busy street corner, and just very much an attraction to the city. We were the only pet store in San Diego, and unfortunately it was closed down. Again, as mentioned previously, we didn't realize the political nature of the industry, and that was our mistake, but we learned from our mistakes. I just can't reiterate enough the kind of love and care and attention that we gave to our puppies, and it showed, and the community loved us for it. We have tons of repeat customers, even to this day, 10 years later, we still have people coming to us and saying, hey, I bought my puppy about 10 years ago at your San Diego Puppy location, and they're pretty much like family. We care about the animals, we care about our puppies, we care about where they come from. We don't work with puppy mills or substandard breeders. All of our breeders are regulated and such, but the irony is now the city closed down the store, and now, as you can see, you have a massage parlor in its place. So these are just things that we look at, and it's just kind of unfortunate that these events transpired. Again, the message to our political leaders is that the unintended consequences is really twofold. One, it's an economic impact. No, we're not trying to make money off of enslaving animals and such and buying them from terrible breeders. We're working with legitimate breeders, but we are a business. Of course, we have to stay profitable. But the only reason that we do this is because we love what we do. We love our puppies. We love the impact that a puppy store has on the community. Can't tell you how many smiles we get each and every day. In the past, we've done so much for the community in the sense of giving away puppies for local charitable events and giving away puppies to cancer surviving children. Whatever it took to make the community happy, and we were glad to do it. We never boasted about it, never made it public because we felt we didn't have to. But it's become very obvious that the negativity of this industry overwhelms the good that we do, and so now we have to broadcast it. So I'm basically here to say that we love what we do. We want you to seriously again consider the ramifications of passing ordinances, especially at the state level, in closing down legitimate pet stores. One last thing I wanted to mention is what the animal rights people call the humane model. The humane model is basically allowing shelters to sell puppies in our pet stores. Well, we can't do that because we have small retail locations like this. We're not a Petco, we're not a PetSmart. Petco and PetSmart are a pet product supply store. Almost everybody goes to these big retail outlets to get their pet products, and they're everywhere, and they're around every corner, around every freeway. With our stores, our income, our business model is not selling pet products, although we sell very few starter kits and such for the puppies that we sell. but we sell the puppy and the registration and the guarantees that come with the puppy. So the humane model does not work. It works for large pet stores that sell pet products, but not our business model. So to ask a pet store and anywhere out in California, you can kind of see the trend. They're smaller locations, and they cannot sustain that model of business. It's a completely different business model. So doing the humane model just does not work. Well, in conclusion, I'd just like to thank you for watching our videos, and if you have any questions, any concerns, we are a completely transparent company, and we'd love to share all the information that we have with you. If you'd like more information about our breeders, if you'd like pictures of our breeders, if you'd like to go visit the breeder facilities, we will accommodate that to show you who we are and what we represent. Thanks again for watching.